Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to cover what an employer identification number is. You probably hear it most referred to as an EIN. I'm going to explain exactly what it is, why it's needed, how you obtain one, and how you can do so and obtain one yourself for free using the irs.gov website. So what is an EIN to start with? It's an employer identification number, sometimes referred to, as I mentioned, EIN or federal tax identification number. It's a unique number assigned to a business entity by the IRS. So if you have a sole proprietorship, a partnership, an LLC, a corporation, you're going to likely, maybe not for all of them, but likely going to get a employer identification number, which will allow you to set up bank accounts. This will be the tax ID number that you will refer to the IRS. Why do I need an EIN? So if you're thinking about starting a business, you're going to want to separate your individual identity from your business affairs. Having an EIN is similar to having a social security number. So think of it as a social security number for your business. You'll need one to open a bank account, pay federal taxes, apply for credit lines, etc. How do you obtain one? First, you will need to file and organize or incorporate your business. So if you hear me say organize, that would be me referring to an LLC. For example, if you hear the word incorporate, that would usually be referring to a corporation. I know a lot of people get hung up on semantics, but that would be the distinction between organize and incorporate. So you're going to file, organize, or incorporate your entity in the state that you decide to offer, and the state you decide offers the most benefits to your business, whether it be Wyoming, Delaware for anonymity purposes, or even just the state that you will be conducting most of your business. Once you have successfully formed that business, then you can apply for the EIN because you'll need the articles of formation or the proof of formation in order to apply for an EIN. Actions to take in order to obtain an EIN. So this is where I was referring to being able to obtain an EIN yourself. There's a link here in this slide that will take you directly to the irs.gov website to apply for that EIN yourself. After you have clicked the application link, you'll click on that opening page there. There will be a begin application tab, probably towards the bottom. You'll be prompted to select the business structure that you've recently formed, whether it's a partnership, LLC, corporation, trust, etc. Select LLC. This is probably the most utilized option, but you can select any structure that applies to you. But select the business structure you've formed and organized, and this is what you will be taken to. But for illustration purposes in this presentation, we're going to cover LLC. So if you select LLC, this will be the next page that you see. It'll show you that, hey, you've selected LLC. It'll give you some information about that, and what an LLC is not. You'll select continue. The next screen where you will need to enter the total number of members. In an LLC, members means owners. So the total number of owners that are part of the LLC. If you are the sole member, you'll just select one. If there's two owners, you'll select two. You'll need to select the state also where your business entity is physically located. This is where you'll enter the state in which you chose to file and organize that business. So if you filed your business in the Secretary of State for the state of Florida, you will identify, or I'm sorry, I guess in this example, it would be Wyoming. So if you filed and organized in Wyoming, you'd select Wyoming. And in this case, we have one member. So you will see then the following image on your screen. This is just a reassurance that you're moving forward with the application and confirmation of the entity structure that you're using to apply for that EIN. So please confirm your selection. It's asking you to confirm that you selected single member LLC because we said that there was one owner. Then it gives you some information regarding how a single member LLC is taxed. So once you confirm that, you'll select continue, And then on the following screen, you'll need to select the reason that you're applying for an EIN. In most cases, people are applying for EINs because they've recently formed a business. So just select the reason that you will be applying, whether it be for banking purposes, you start a new business, you're changing the type of organization, purchased an active business. In most cases, the people that we serve, the clients we serve, are starting a business, or they're looking to open a bank account for a trust. That could also be a reason. That's one of the main reasons. Who is responsible for the EIN? So the next step in the application process is to enter the responsible party's information. So who owns the EIN? Technically, the owner is the business, but when we're talking about who is responsible, that's where we need to let the IRS know who is obtaining this EIN, like who is responsible for obtaining this EIN on behalf of the company, and does that person have the authority to obtain that EIN? So you'll see this page. You'll see this page towards the end where it will ask you, for a first name, a last name, and a social security number for one of the members, owners, managers of that LLC. And then number 4 here, you'll see it'll ask you to select whether or not you are an owner or member or managing member of the LLC that's requesting this EIN, or if perhaps you're a third party, like the owners or the business's attorney, their CPA. Maybe it's somebody that is acting on behalf of that company. So you'll just select the one that applies to you. And after you have entered the responsible party's contact, you'll need to enter the business address for that company. So type in the address that you'll be using on your business cards, bank accounts, website. Most business owners have an address that's separate from their personal residence, which is 100% what we recommend as well. Some people who don't have a business address, because a lot of people are going virtual now, operating virtual businesses. They are getting virtual business addresses. That is also an option. There are several platforms, entities out there that will allow you to have a virtual business address. So then next, and you're almost at the end, the IRS is going to need to know a little bit about your LLC. They'll need the business name, the county where that LLC is located, the state where the business entity was filed, month and year formed. You'll need to answer some basic questions about equipment and products sold and the overall purpose of the business. Why is that business being used in the first place, or what is it being used for? Final step is, once you have completed steps 1, 2, 3, 4, final step 5 is confirmation of that EIN. So what you're going to want to do, especially if you're doing this yourself, when we provide this service to our clients, we always request the letter online. So if you select the top option there, receive letter online, and then select continue, it will automatically generate your EIN number and confirmation letter, usually within 5 seconds. That's the option we go with. You can also select receive letter by mail. That usually takes quite a bit of time to receive. So definitely select receive letter online if you want it sooner rather than later. So we'll select continue, and that will automatically generate that letter for you, and you'll be all set. If you have any questions about business formation, things that you need to legitimize your company, definitely reach out to us, schedule a call. We'd love to talk with you, and have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.